This week's tip of the week is, will the summer market take off this year?
Yeah, we've been wondering what's going to happen. And Tim, we've just seen inventory slightly rise, which we've been waiting for. Just so everybody knows out there, an average market here, we've always seen about 5,000 listings. And right now we just hit just over 3,000.
Yeah.
So will we see a crazy market this summer? You know what? Inventory is coming up. And in the Krebs stats today, Tim, sales are dipping a little bit, which means the pressure is off.
Yeah.
So we feel that it's going to be a nice and steady summer.
Yeah. And another reason is prices are starting to stabilize. What we're seeing is in some of these inventory types, prices are reaching their peak, and like the half duplex market, say in Bonus, it's leveling out in the high 500s, and that's very, very high compared to what was a couple of years ago. But it's getting to a point where people won't pay any more than that. So
yeah,
prices are starting to level off. We're not saying they reached their peak yet, but they're starting to level off a little bit, which is sort of encouraging for the market, but we don't think it's going to result in a boom.
Yeah, and you know what else is happening there, Tim, is rents are maxing out.
Yes.
And when we say rents are maxing out, we're actually calculating on a daily basis, doing our analysis on rental properties. And sometimes, Tim, the numbers just don't work. So we won't proceed with that property. So when the numbers don't work and the property's not selling, they have to reduce the price. And we took a run today. We're up, where were we? In Skyview Ranch today?
Skyview Ranch.
Yeah, up in the northeast. And we went to see a suite of property up there that is slightly overpriced from what we could see. And we wouldn't go into, say, Cornerstone, where it's a little bit more expensive than Skyview Ranch, just because, Tim, we can only get so much rent. And when we're talking about rent, up there on a brand new, not a brand new or newer duplex, you're looking at about 1,500 to actually 1,350 to 1,500 in the basement. And if it's got a garage, you're looking at 2,600, and then utilities on top of that. And so when you run the numbers on, say, a $680,000 purchase, you can't go much higher because the rents won't cover those costs.
Yeah, so prices are starting to stabilize. Inventory is starting to rise. Rents are starting to level off as well. And the final thing is sellers are starting to become more realistic, and they're not shooting for the moon. They're not pricing their houses, 10, 20, 30% above the market price. So they're getting more realistic and they're pricing it at market. So for that reason, gets down to our real estate tip of the week. Is the market going to sizzle this summer? Probably not. We think it's going to continue to rise just a little bit, but it's not going to be a boom in the summertime.
Yeah, which is good news for you buyers out there.
So that's our real estate tip of the week.